You guys, welcome. Got a big one coming up, as you can all tell. Tonight's a pretty big evening as well, so very much looking forward to this. Looks like we're just getting ready here. They've both readied up, so that's a good thing. We're just pretty much waiting for the stream to catch up. Alrighty, so yeah, as you guys can see, pretty big one. This is between Sten and Truman, the first and third seeds. So obviously we're dealing with some of the best players, if not the best players. The one thing that may give Sten a slight advantage is the fact that I think Truman's still playing an emulator. Just something that's it will put him at a disadvantage if that's the case. I think he's away from home at the moment, so I don't think he's able to use console. But we'll see. See how he handles. Yeah, slight advantage.
And it looks like Truman may be having some issues with the latency of the emulator, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, when you're used to a CRT TV, Mario's movements are pretty much instantaneous. Whenever you're dealing with an emulator and a normal LCD TV or an LCD monitor, you end up getting these weird, like, half-second latencies.
Yeah, that's pretty sad to see that, I guess.
Truman died too.
Yeah, that death is very unfortunate. I didn't even really know what to say, because just as I was talking about emulator, he died, and hopefully that doesn't tilt Truman.
So what I'm really interested in is it looks like Truman picked up the checkpoint. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not. I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he's really that worried about the latency of the emulator and trying to get used to that. But
actually, that's fair enough. That is actually fair enough. He might have picked it up on purpose. Otherwise, probably wouldn't have. But as a safety measure, maybe. People don't normally play it safe in World of One, but possibly. We've just seen what's happened.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, normally you're supposed to pick that up at the end of Iggy, but we'll see what happens. It looks like Sten has a decent little lead. It's nothing too insane, nothing too crazy, but it's definitely enough that you could keep a slight lead throughout most of it. He did choose to play on an emulator instead of forfeiting, so I give him major props. Honestly, I feel like I may have ended up forfeiting if I had to play on an emulator.
Yes, I agree. This is a pretty awesome show from Truman. It is quite easy or tempting to want to forfeit or DQ in the middle of a race, but I would say it's preferable. Oh, also, just as we were saying that, Stan actually had a couple of issues in that fight, losing his Fireflower.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Steven shouldn't be too worried. He already has quite the advantage with the death in YI2 from Truman.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Stan saying before this match that if he manages to lose against someone who's played in console for years and then went to emulator, it might be a bit funny, hilarious to say the least. But I think this could be interesting as long as Truman gets used to this.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anyone that can do it, it's Truman.
Of course. I wouldn't fancy myself to be able to do it. If I switched to emulator, I probably wouldn't be able to get sub 40.
Oh, no.
But we'll see.
So I'm guessing, Truman's visiting family at the moment? He wasn't able to take all of his stuff with him?
It's something like that. I know it's Christmas arrangements, also being away for planning to go to GDQ, that's a thing as well.
Well, looks like Sten, he's going into Donut Secret. He's just swimming, he's having a good time.
Yeah, DS1's the first level where you're usually going to see someone lose their cape, if at all. Probably not from either, but it can be sort of underestimated.
Yeah, that's for sure. It looks like Sten, yeah, he is going to get a Fire Flower. He wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I actually picked up that Fire Flower in my first race as well. He picked it up rather quickly there, and it's probably the best place to get it coming up to Castle 2 and onwards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But gets a 240 regardless, which is, yeah, not bad for grabbing that Fire Flower.
Now Truman's going to be behind him. He's slowly be catching on as long as he doesn't make too many mistakes with this. Let's see if he can get the shell grab. He got the shell grab. A little bit of problem when they get into the pipe. I also need to slow down.
You only need to delay by like less than half a second. It is pretty close, thanks to the sync.
Very nice.
Yeah, saving back a little bit of time there. Very nice.
So now it'll be interesting. I feel like Morton's going to be a big turning point for this race.
I absolutely agree. Also, if Truman's playing an emulator, why is he playing on the US version? Is that a safety strat, or did he just download the first ROM that he came across? It's just that wastes about 5 or 6 seconds. It's quite a lot.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. Maybe he was just afraid. He wanted Freedom Cape. I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I'd probably be half afraid too.
Possibly. I'm going to ask him on that one though, because I can't actually be too sure. Okay, we've got another flyover for Sten in the meantime. Truman got that flight in DP3, so clearly not too bad off with the emulator.
That definitely, it's not like a small frame window, but it's not a big one either. So just being able to go ahead and do that means maybe he's catching on a little bit with the emulator. I'd expect to totally fail Morton on the emulator. Well, let's see what happens here, Def. I put $5 on him that he does completely wonderfully.
Yes, Dive, I totally agree. Now, I've played this game for 23 years. I've played it all my life. Yet I'm so unfamiliar with the English text now, it's kind of funny seeing the story. Also, in the meantime, Sten was having quite a nice Morton there, still can make the cycle no problem. Yeah, it's really unusual being able to see that English text. Some of it's quite cheesy as well. I'd forgotten just how hilarious it was. Yeah, pretty nice Morton for Sten. Nothing too major. Yes, I know that cycle's free with Cape Pence.
So first room. Now for second. So far, so good for Truman. He did end up bonking a little bit, but I mean, man, he played flawlessly in my opinion for using an emulator. He may have trouble there. Ooh, it looks like he did have some issues. He lost his Fire Flower. But at least he kept his cape.
Yeah, thankfully he still has that cape, as you mentioned. Losing Fire Flower, though, putting him even further behind, which is unfortunate.
He could always pick up the Fire Flower in VD1. I don't know if that's he's actually go for or not.
Problem with BD1 is to grab that as you're doing the fly up. It's not a great option. I'm not even sure. VS2 might be the only option, but does he know that? I don't know that. Like, it's an unusual strat. In an RTA, you would just reset. You lost your fire there.
Yeah, that's sort of the interesting part about these no reset races, because it actually forces you to think on your feet.
Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree, yeah.
Looks like he was able to get VD1 relatively well. He didn't have any trouble with that one.
Oh, Vanilla Doom 1 flying block? No, my bad. I was actually, yeah, I always forget about that. Yeah, as Louis said, sorry, you can just pick up that block at the start. It's really goddamn easy. Yeah. This is why Louis has world record, because he knows where all the power-ups are, and that's pretty unfortunate, just to say the least about it. Truman just wandering about here, sort of as if he's wondering what to do. Gonna be grabbing that power up and will be trying to get a cape in the next set of blocks.
I would expect him to know no cape strats, but I feel like no cape strats are gonna be even harder on emulator. So we'll see what happens.
Freeman just isn't having a good time here. I'm hoping for his sake he's relaxed, because I would be very, very tilted. I mean, I don't forfeit tournament races, but I would be getting close, even for me.
I think Truman, he's a relatively chill person. I think he's probably just laughing about this. He may not be the happiest, but I feel like he's probably laughing.
I'm thinking the same thing. Truman's a pretty chill guy. He can get through this. You know, he can create some opportunities for himself, but I would just be so upset right now. He has got some pretty unfortunate things happen to him.
And it looks like Sten is entering the second room of Fortress. He'll just be swimming for a bit, and he will be entering Reznor. Let's see if Reznor is snoring or if he's going to be aggressive. Oh wow, that was definitely a Reznor. Pretty sure part of Mario's pants are cinched off.
Stephen with a V. That's your evil
twin?
Your evil doppelganger from another universe.
Alright, well, Truman's is going to be flying, at least flying something that he can do pretty well with later. As long as you keep the rhythm, you're good.
Thankfully, people can't misspell my name, because if anyone thinks Ben should be spelled with 2 N's, they're clearly a degenerate.
Now, I've had lunch ladies pronounce my name as Scene, because Sean, S-E-A-N. So yeah, there are a lot of degenerates when it comes to my name.
I suppose that's probably more common in the US. Like here, of course, all of us would know how to pronounce Sean, but I can see that being an issue. Probably a less common name in the States, I'm not sure though. In one of my old classes of 30, I had 4 other classmates called Ben, and one of them had the double N. And I'll be honest, I didn't actually look at him the same.
Ben and C.
I'm only joking, but it does seem a bit unnecessary, I'll be honest.
Looks like Truman's going back. He's getting the safety cape. Don't blame him. Don't blame him at all. Looks like Steven, he's gonna be chilling at the auto scroller. Not much else he can do. He didn't even try and go for the swag vine or anything like that. He just dive.
That's actually a good point, Sten.
power block. Then it looks like he was able to go through. He was able to do Resinor just fine. Good. And I'll be one moment. I need to mute my mic.
Yeah, Jesus, it would be here at least in. Wait, is it Lou? Are you shitting me? Benjamin with 2 N's at the start? No. Surely people aren't that stupid. Again, I'm only joking. I'm obviously only joking, but neither did I. And that, I mean, Benjamin is my full name. I suppose it's not inherently obvious, but oh, you made it up. Oh, I wasn't following the conversation. I was following this intense, heated, optimal, spicy race. Look, clearly, my faith in humanity has been shaken. I could believe anything. Yeah, this has been a very nice room 1 and room 2 for Sten. Nice fences as well. Having absolutely no issues there. Very nice. Sten will probably be feeling pretty comfortable going into Forest here. There are a couple of things that need to be done in Forest, but yeah, cages were kind of slow. After I mentioned, I mean, I can just, let you if you want, but
Alrighty, I'm back. I was talking and I realized I still had my mic muted. I'm an idiot.
oh, right, fair enough. Yeah, work away.
Alright, looks like Sten will be entering Forest of Illusion. He will be trying to get hard clip. So I'm really interested also in seeing how Truman's hard clip goes. So that'll be a real big turning point. So that's an interesting thing to see. Oh, okay, so Sten didn't do that because he's trying to go for weight. Ooh, and it does look like you had a little bit of an issue with the shell. You have to do some weird stuff with that shell. You have to hit it with your cape and something.
Yeah, the setup until that point was pretty decent. Well, when I say decent, it was what you need to do, but shell went down the hole, so.
And very impressive. Truman actually just got room 2 of Ludwig. He flew. He didn't use fire flower, small Mario, anything like that. He seems to maybe be sort of picking up as to how to do this and not let the latency affect him too much. He's able to keep this up. He can definitely close the gap and have a chance here.
Also, Steven having no issues with the hard clip, obviously, to be expected. Thankfully, didn't get kicked out or anything, so in there.
Yep. And
Finishing up Forest Evolution 2.
yeah, Truman ended up ending Ludwig just one phase early by getting a quick hit. Alright, so super hyped to see the dirty bubble. And he got the dirty bubble. Now he'll just be tapping left for the rest of his life, really.
Okay, so I suppose I'm just going to take a moment to mention that after this race, after this pretty exciting race. We've got 2 races happening after that. Let me just double check the times quickly. Thought I had it up here. So after this, we've got Chab and Maestro, and that will be it. Well, that'll be directly after this race. And then after that, we've got Waldo versus the winner of that match. So pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm surprised that Waldo's just so ready to just do it right instantly.
No, I asked him because even though we only have 10 matches to go, a couple of delays meant I had to sort of push with matches quite hard. But he's had about 3 weeks since his last race.
Oh, he's well practiced.
Yeah, he got really far in the winners bracket, so he got all that time basically.
And that'll still be a good race versus whoever wins here.
I agree. Also, Rupert plays the winner of this match. Then after that, we're down to like 7 matches, which is pretty crazy.
Wait, oh yeah, Rupert plays the winner. Okay, you're right. And it looks like Truman had a little bit of problem getting that clip, but he was able to get there from the second or third try. Alright, now he'll just be grabbing the key and he'll just be quickly swimming to that gold tape. Now Sten's going for the quick flight. Chocolate. Yeah, he was able to get it. Very nice. Should be practicing this at him. Here, watch. And you're Waldo. You're the madman. Just stay mad, you're fine. Truman also gets the dirty bubble. He's not letting that emulator pull him down.
Sten refuses to go for Unicape. It only costs like a second or so to get it. Obviously, it's something that you would consider more likely in a race, but Sten feeling pretty comfortable, has a reasonable lead, which, if anything, should inspire him to go far more, but Sten very, very comfortable with his gameplay, so no need. We have seen the absolute majority of people grab that, though. Probably over 3/4. Well, actually, yeah, for sure. I was surprised with just how many people went first.
Looks like Truman's having a bit of issue with a Roy Fly.
Yeah, that's probably gonna seal the deal if I'm being honest. Though he does have that backup cape. I didn't realize he had a backup cape. Better this time. That's good to see. Almost clipped those spikes.
Really close to clipping that Dorito. Yeah. That was scary. Truman the Trooper taking this one out. Am I still ahead? I've been waiting. Okay. I guess I'm crazy. It's like Steven did his own strat.
It's Steven's strat, yeah.
Imagine that. He did his own strat. Alright, looks like he's not gonna be. Oh, there he goes. Now he's got his. $261 pipe. He was also able to get the quick takeoff. So that could be difficult at times. Truman is also going for the quick flight here. Hopefully he's able to do this. That looked like he was able to. Let's perfect. He was able to do it.
Sorry about the ASMR typing there. Just helping get some of the next matches organized. Yeah, Castle 6 can be interesting. Now, Sten's probably going to make it uninteresting by just doing amazingly, as usual, but still a couple of interesting things.
Looks like Sten got that Crusher skip. He has that unlocked. Showing us what's up. Now, something tells me he's gonna have a picture perfect Wendy here. We can pretty much always expect from Steven. Truman had a little bit of a problem right there. Or either maybe he just decided to keep it safe. Not understandable. So now it looks like Sten will be moving on to Sunk Ghost Ship. So everyone get your orbs ready and scream orb at the top of your lungs. Alright, and it looks like Truman's not having any issues with Chocolate Island, but he will be moving on to Chocolate Secret. So yeah, Chocolate.
Yes, Stan will move on to Sunk Ghost Ship here. Conscious Swing also wanting to try and get those boo rings despawned at the end. Gets that backup kit as well, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like he's starting to get used to the emulator, but I'm afraid this may end up being one of those things where he's finally used to it, but it's too late. See what happens, though. Oh, Sten did get a goal.
Yeah, considering the disadvantage Truman was at, I have to say, except for YI3, obviously, it actually played quite well. It shouldn't be underestimated just how difficult it is to play an emulator. If you've been playing on console pretty much your whole life, I cannot stress enough just how difficult it is.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that say they can't even tell the difference between CRT, LCD, but people that say they can't tell the difference have never actually used this unit.
You see, the differences in the two types of TV isn't even anywhere near as bad as just going from emulator to console. I don't currently have a CRT at the moment, but like I've managed to get used to the delay. Plus, the delay is very minimal for my TV. Like it's basically non-existent. But going from console to emulator in any circumstances will just throw you right off.
Yeah.
But you have a zero delay flat screen. Oh, corner clip.
Yeah, he was doing well too. I feel like he'll still do fine.
Yeah, probably will be good, but yeah, getting through there, so no problem.
He knew to duck right there, so he was good. The only thing he has to worry about now is just Wendy. Hopefully she won't be too trolly.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with no backup power up, puts him in a really bad spot, and especially getting hit there, so he's not going to have cape for free in the next level, which is sad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. He can get cape in the level after that. He's going to be losing time to get that, though. About Trolly. When is Wendy not a troll? But Sten, he's just chilling on the sandbar. He didn't even look like he wanted to do sandbar clip. He has a pretty good feeling he's gonna win this, and he doesn't want to take any chances. There's really no need to be the madman in this race. Alright,
Yo, Slice Mage, welcome.
Oh. I was confused. I don't hear him talking in chat, but you're talking. You're actually talking the actual chat.
Yeah, that sandbar attempt. I saw it from a distance there, but I had to just do a couple of things.
It's like Sten, he's having a pretty good Bob Ford right now. And I may have spoke a little too soon. He will end up going into this Small Mario. He knows Small Mario strat, so he's a well-seasoned player. Oh, you did attempt sandbar, but you were late? Looks like Truman ended up taking a hit, and Orb. That was the world's worst orb you guys have ever heard, so I apologize. I'm a little sick.
Orb.
But there you go. Better way to do it.
Yeah, that seasoning's important.
Seasoning's very important. Gotta get all the pepper and everything on there. Alright, it looks like Sten is better. And Truman's having a little bit of an issue. He's trying to catch that mushroom. He's able to go back and get it though. It looks like he's also going back to get another. Is he going to get another cape? Yes, he is. Okay.
Interesting.
He just wants to finish this. Alright. Looks like he had a little bit of a hiccup right there. It's not really that difficult. I feel like if there's a level that you can do on emulator, it's this one. This one's not too difficult.
Yeah, Valley Advisor 1's a lot of fun. You would definitely need some preparation going into it to minimize the likelihood of getting hit by one of those Mega Moles.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of just knowing about frame rules, but we've seen a lot of people lose capes in this level and actually lose leads, but this race not so similar.
This level right here that he's flying through, I would expect problems. That's relatively hard to do. You're sort of having to dodge in and out of the bat, so you're also having to dodge. But he was able to go through and he was able to do that.
You, we just got a donation of $10 there. I want to thank Dice Darius. I think that's how that's pronounced. Do you correct me in chat if I'm wrong? Oh, also I just caught up with Truman's unfortunate death in Sandbar, but he said, "Great event. Let's reach that goal." Also, GG, Sten. You, Dice. That's really appreciated. Thank you very much.
And thank you for that donation. You are glorious.
If Zero, if he wishes, can give a. Oh my word. Yeah, we've just received another donation. Slice Midge has just donated $60, which is incredible. Yo, Stan, welcome. We've just. Sorry, I thought that was Stan joining.
It's just me.
Only you.
Cool. Yo, Slice. I'm blown away, dude. Um, just bear with me 1 second while we get finished up here. You, Sten. Wow. Um, I'm not sure if you saw that donation there, but that's pretty cool. You, Sten, congratulations. Well done.
Why, thank you.
How did you get a 33? I fought so hard to get my 33.58, and you lose like everything, and you still get a 33, man. You are ridiculous. Good. Yeah.
You should try getting good.
Maybe one day.
You, again, I just want to thank Slice for that $60. Slice said, thank you for all the hard work in running the tournament from everyone involved. Hope this money helps out someone at EFT's old high school. And yeah, that's what it's all about. Jimmy did have that opportunity to get a scholarship to attend that school. And I suppose it was one of the reasons why he was so keen to have this happen, because he was given that opportunity and he realized that it wouldn't have been possible without that. So it will hopefully transform someone's life to give them that opportunity. So yeah, Slice, thank you very much, and Dysterius, thank you very much for that $10 as well. I hope hope everyone's enjoying it. So, you, Stan, congrats.
Thanks, Ben.
Unfortunately for Truman, was at a pretty big disadvantage, and that's
I mean, I think I did play well this round. Aside, like, there are a couple of mistakes scattered around, but like that's no big deal. But like, yeah, it would have been. I don't know if this would have beaten Truman if he was playing on console. He's a tough opponent.
It's very fair to say, in my opinion. It definitely could be enough a lot of the time, but maybe only half the time. I'm not sure. You would know better than I would, but 33.47 is a very good time. Would beat most players, but Truman's
good. He's really good at this game.
Yeah, some would say. Yeah, and I do really appreciate that Truman has fought through this. The idea of playing an emulator for pretty much any person who plays in console is just so off-putting, especially what's happened, but shout-outs to Truman for persevering. So, have you anything that stands out to you in that run at all, or...?
I mean, I lost fire in the Iggy fight. That was something.
Oh yes, of course.
I think that's where my World 2, or the bulk of my World 2 time loss came as well. Just grabbing that fire back, which, in retrospect, it probably would have been faster just to grab it in Vanilla Dome.
Yeah, I noticed you got a 240 in DS1, so possibly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm honestly not sure. It's something that I would need to time, just so I would know in future. But yeah, sorry, I'm just a bit blown away by those donations. It's really amazing. Also, yeah, as Daph mentioned in chat there, we've also surpassed that goal of $500, which is just crazy. I want to thank Zero for sort of like spearheading this donation thing. I wasn't too keen at the start because I just wasn't sure how much money people would have or whether it would be worth the while. But $500 is incredible, and it definitely has been. And that's a lot of money for that scholarship. So yeah, I'm done talking, but I'm just blown away by the generosity of everybody.
And it looks like Truman has finally beat Bowser. What will he get? He get a 39.07. So GG to Truman.
Yes, congrats, Truman. That's your brain on emulator. Not even once. Not even once. Yeah, obviously Truman getting a 39 here, which is just so out of character. You can blame the emulator. Not even as an excuse, but as like a reason for why that happened. 39 would be uncharacteristic otherwise. So, yeah. I think Emulator's the real winner here. But yeah, commiserations to Truman, obviously. I'm glad he stuck with it. Also, if we want to get Truman in here, just before our next race.
Let's see.
So I guess I'm up against Rupert next by the looks of things.
Yes, you'll be facing Rupert. Now, we had tried to get that arranged earlier, but I got no such response from Rupert, unfortunately. So he has been very busy with that SMB1 tournament. Also, if you guys go check that out, I encourage it. But yeah, I mean, I could ask him again, but I'd say that that'll probably just happen in the next while. Not sure. It's up to you, Sten, I guess.
Yeah, I'll sort out something with him.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a push, I'll be honest, but you know that's not anyone's fault.
Yeah, I'll try to get it sorted, but yeah, I'm a little busy over the next the next few days. So hopefully I can squeeze it in somewhere.
Let me have a quick look here at something. See, that's the thing. We have 8 matches, and with 8 matches to do in an